disguise.
Okay, this time it was Tom, not Lori. Okay. All righty. So
Yes.
now you know who's sitting across on the table.
We're gonna try and behave ourselves, but this is
Yeah,
no, it's not
it'll be
gonna
touch
happen.
and go, so bear with us. Okay, hi, I'm Deborah,
It's our weekly dose, and I'm Lori,
and
we're here from the Surrey store.
yep,
And yeah, it's
December.
it is well into December.
It's only day 3, dear.
21 sleeps till Christmas.
Yeah, see, you heard that, right?
See, it's
Okay.
well into December.
Okay, all right.
I just got my hat. I got my little polar bear shirt.
11 hours and 13 minutes, but who's counting? So.
Well, I don't know. It might have been me. I didn't have a chance because we're on camera now. But okay, hi everybody. Moving into December.
We've got lots of fun stuff.
Yep.
Just in case you haven't heard, next weekend is our customer appreciation
This
day.
weekend.
This weekend. Well, next weekend.
Nope.
This next weekend coming up.
That's not the
That's-
way next works.
That's right. Next would be the one after that here.
In my world,
It's
again.
okay.
Yeah.
We're here to help you.
This weekend, next weekend,
Next-
the weekend.
this one.
Anyways, this week,
Okay.
it's coming up.
So when nobody shows up this weekend, we'll know.
Well, and we're going to blame Lori, so bear that in mind
See,
if
my
you
brain
don't
is
show
the
up.
next week that's coming. Like it's this. Anyways,
Okay. If
I'm blonde
anybody
for a reason.
has ever been to the customer appreciation, I remember these from years ago. I always loved it. And we are now, we're doing it back again. So we will have classes. They are full pretty much, but as long as you're okay just standing here and listening,
Yeah,
you
we're
can
not
still
going to kick
show
it.
up.
Yeah, if you show up,
that just means you don't have a chair.
Yeah, but someone might not.
Yep.
Something might come up last minute,
And there'll be other things.
So-
We're gonna, there'll be pretty much everybody will be here, and there'll be treats and
even
some
if you
games.
don't have, if there's no classes that really interest you, still come on.
Still come in.
We're
Come in
gonna
and say
have-
hi. We'll be here.
We've got
All of
lots-
us. So
Yeah, so it's we've got
Fun.
lots of stuff going on. It's going to
Yeah.
be lots of fun,
Little,
and we'll be here.
December kind of treats. Yes. She's
And,
gonna dress up. And that is December the 6th, Friday in Country Folk,
Yeah.
and the 7th here in Surrey.
Yes.
The Baby Lock event is next week. It is, I didn't put the date down, but I think it's Thursday in Country Folk and Friday here. Lori's checking for me because I missed that.
We got distracted.
Yes, we did. Stockings. Now, anybody still want to drop off some stockings? Saturday is the last day because we want to get them out there, get people to have their own options and choices. So if you've got some on the go or just ready to bring them in, drop them off, and we will get them there for you. The calendar is starting to fill up.
Okay,
for
so
oh,
Baby
here we go.
Lock is Friday, December 13th, and Saturday, December 14th.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was Thursday and Friday. It's Friday and Saturday.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so I think it's Saturday here in Surrey. I think. Let me look. I'll pull open the whole thing. 13th in Chilliwack at Country Folk, and Saturday.
Is here.
Yes, so Friday Chilliwack,
Okay.
Saturday here.
So there you go. That's that. We are starting to build the class calendar for 2025. Wow, who'd have ever thought? 2025. Here we go. And so check it out.
There's
'cause
some classes in
there's some that are full already.
Yes.
There's some that aren't even on the calendar yet, and they will be full. So as soon as, if there's something you were interested in, keep an eye out, see if it is up on the calendar, get your name on there, because they do, some of these go like I go home at night and I come back in the morning and it's like, oh my goodness, it's full. So check it out and see. Now, we have a big announcement,
Yes.
big change here.
Wow.
We are going to have a starting
It's already started.
this.
Yes.
Oh, okay, already. Pardon me. I only work here.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow, we're going to have a pickup and drop off
Service.
service.
So if you have a machine that's scheduled to be
Same day,
or it
for
needs
a class,
it
or
needs to come
something.
in. On Wednesdays, we have we have a driver,
Yes, yep.
and then that Savannah, that will come to your house and pick up your machine. And if you need help getting it from its little home in your home to the car, she can help with that. And it's pick up and drop off. It's $50 each way. So you 50 for pickup, 50 for drop off. Back at your house, and she'll put it right back where it was at home as well. You need to phone the store and schedule that. And it only happens on Wednesdays.
Yes.
So if you're got a machine that's scheduled for service between like Thursday and the following Tuesday, phone the week before on the Monday, arrange for it to be picked up the Wednesday. She'll pick it up the Wednesday and then bring it back to you the following Wednesday. So because it's only one day and we have a feeling this is going to be a popular service, you might want to schedule as soon as you can for those.
Some of those machines are getting kind of heavy and difficult to maneuver for some of
yes,
us.
but currently right now the geographical.
Yes.
I used a big word.
Wow.
Tom was thinking it. I beat him to the punch. The area is around the Surrey Burnaby store.
Yes.
Okay, so there is a limit on where we will go at this point. Hopefully, as time progresses and things change, we can maybe increase that.
Yeah,
there is plans to expand it, but right now, so if you're North Shore, way out in the Tri-Cities and those kind of things is just not going to happen. We don't have it for the Chilliwack store yet.
That's right.
So right now it's just,
Yeah.
But it's a start. So, yeah.
It's a beginning, and it'll be really, really helpful. Because, like I said, these machines are getting heavy, and somebody was very kind for me and built me a little wagon and a holder and everything so I could move mine around. But I don't have one of the M17s or the Radiances, so
Or just
it's
getting
not
up and down those stairs.
Tom does.
Tom does.
No, I want to input some stuff
Oh, okay.
about this, if we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to flip it so that you're just not a voice coming from...
Another
Yes.
The voice from behind the curtain. Okay, so there have been we did some consulting with some people to come up with this idea. And first of all, we purposely did it each way as a fee because some people, they can only get their son to help them on one day. And so this can be paired with family and friends, so if you get, might need Savannah to pick it up, get it here for its service, and then your son can bring you to pick it up to take it home when it's done, or vice versa. So it's not like an all-inclusive. You can do one booking or two bookings. So that's why it's done $50. $50, I was asked how we arrived at that. And a lot of that is due to traffic. For those of you who've been under a rock lately, minimum wage now is over $17 an hour, closer to 18. And by the time you add in the employer portions and stuff like that, you're basically rounding to $20 an hour is what it costs to have somebody just doing stuff in this province now. And so when you figure with driving out to your place and back and sitting in traffic, it's not, we're trying to keep it to within an hour geographical range. And so it's not far-fetched to be in traffic for 2 hours. Well, that's $40 and then $10 for gas and wear and tear on the car and the insurance for it. So this is not a profit-making endeavor. It's a service to help with these machines because they are frankly getting so much bigger. We've got a brand new one coming in. I was just on the phone. They're just shipping the new Baby Lock Radiances. And they are heavy and they are huge. They do wonderful, amazing things. The M17, the Epic 3 with Husqvarna, the Angenomi, and the Radiance with Baby Lock, but they weigh a lot. And I don't know about you, I don't lift what I used to, so I'm assuming we're all kind of in that boat. So we thought, well, people were asking for it offhandedly, and so we started to seriously think about it. So that's how we came up with this. If it's received really well, we will expand it out. We will expand the geographical region and stuff like that. But we had to start somewhere, and this worked with what we were able to start. So that's what I wanted to say about that for background on that.
Well,
Okay.
I think
Over
where
to
we were
you,
going
Lori.
to jump.
Yeah, we're just on to the classes then.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I guess we're back
Over to
to
you, Lori.
Yeah,
pick the
we
right
are
button.
back. Okay, we're so
like the
technologically
news desk.
advanced.
And now over to weather.
That's. Where's our map? Okay.
Quilt map
Okey-doke.
here.
Yeah, that's right. This is where we are.
Cats up
Yes.
and side down the coast.
It's
Yes.
raining cats and dogs.
Oh, Lord, love us all. Okay, classes, upcoming classes. Kimberbell next week, 12th in Surrey,
Yes.
and the 14th
So
in
this is a
Country
week
Folk.
earlier than usual.
Yes, bear that
So
in mind.
Just
If you
because
come every month,
it's too close to Christmas
don't
otherwise.
come the following week because, well, you can come. There just won't be Kimberbell.
Yes.
January, there's a Quilt Smart class starting to use the Quilt Smart interfacing system.
And if you don't know what that is, that's one of the classes that we have.
It
in
is. They
customer
will.
appreciation.
There'll be a little bit of an introduction on Saturday. The beginners quilt classes have been posted. One is already full. So and we've added a second one, and that one's in Country Folk. The sit and sews this month are the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th.
All right.
So that is pretty much where we wanted to go. Tom and Jen are going to be presenting some things. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk feet. Walking
We're
feet.
going to have to entertain them until Tom gets back.
Oh, wow.
I can tap
Okay,
dance.
entertaining. Let me see. No. I did forget to tell you we're going to have an elf on Saturday.
Yes,
I know we've said this
at
before,
the
but we're
Surrey
gonna do-
location,
yeah,
we
here.
do have
We
an
have an
elf,
elf.
and he's so
And-
excited.
Is he? Well, and if you come by, you'll see me with my two little hats.
I found some really cute ones yesterday. I was down at Potter's, and I seen some really cute ones I was going to buy, and I said to Addie, I said, should I get this one for Deborah? She goes, you know she won't wear it. And I'm like, yes, she will.
No.
Yes.
No.
She promised me she'd wear a hat.
No, I said I'd wear my little hats.
I don't remember.
They're clips.
I don't remember you
Oh,
saying
I was
mine.
specific,
No,
trust
I don't
me.
remember that. He's back!
Okay, Tom has returned.
Okay,
here
so I'm
we
gonna
had
flip-
to go and get a tree.
Had to get a tree. We don't ask.
No.
And
no,
in
we
that-
don't. We just.
The motto here. Oh, I'm gonna flip it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. We don't ask.
You can ask. There's just no answer.
We don't want to know the answer.
Okay, am I on camera now?
You are on
Yes.
camera.
Okay, so we're talking about walking feet today. Thought we would do some discussion on the evolution of walking feet and how they have progressed and changed over the years. And then we're going to do a little demonstration for you on the walking foot. So everybody's familiar with walking foot. Okay, so they started out with a little spring-loaded contraption. Arm goes up and down over your needle bar. And this guy is spring-loaded. Okay, it reduces the friction on your quilting. So when you got multiple layers, it reduces the friction because it's spring-loaded and going instead of just the solid chrome bottom of your presser feet for friction, and you don't get the shifting when you're working through your batting and stuff like that. Then they advanced them and they gave us a little slot in the back, allowed us to put a quilting guide on there so that we could set and run lines parallel to each other. Okay, super advanced. Then, one of the things that always bugged me about walking feet, especially these guys, is your walking foot is so that you can quilt through your sandwich, all the layers, right? Okay, and then all of the stitch in the ditch feet are just regular snap-on feet. Well, when do you do stitch in the ditch? Through your sandwich. So you have a walking foot so that you can quilt, but when you go to do stitch in the ditch, you had to take your walking foot off, or you had to eyeball it and put the little snap-on foot, which was dragging, which was the whole point of the walking foot in the first place. So eventually they came out with a guide set for the walking feet that put a guide in the middle to go down our foot for us, okay, in the guide, so we could follow down, okay. And they made some other changes and adjustments. This one here has a changeable toe, okay, so we got the closed toe and we have the open toe. Previously you had to buy a closed toe or an open toe foot, and so you had to buy a whole new walking foot if you wanted a closed toe, and then, or it came with a closed toe. If you wanted the open toe, you had to either get a husband to Dremel it out, but then you couldn't go back, or you had to buy a second foot that was open toe. So we got an option to switch the toe, and these just pop off, a little friction and pressure, and they switch up. Okay, so good so far, everybody's with me. Not super advanced, but they work on virtually every sewing machine out there. Different sizes and different spacing for how they go to match up to the feed dogs on your machine. Okay. Then a long time ago, in a land far, far away, Germany, I believe, was the land. I believe the first people to come out with built-in walking foot was FAF with the IDT, Integrated Dual Feed Technology. Okay. And I'm going to show you a version of that a little later on, okay? But basically, it was modeled after the industrial walking foot. So it actually had a top drive shaft and a set of teeth that came down and anchored above your foot, and it was actually driving. So it was no longer just a spring-loaded contraption, okay? But it was driving and pulling on the top as well as on the bottom, okay? And we could click it on or we could click it off. Some people loved it, some people hated it, some people said the toe hanging in the back when they're doing regular sewing got in the way. Other people said, you take that off and don't use that, that's just weird. So it was a love-hate relationship for some people. After patents ran out, then sometimes patents hold back invention, sometimes they are invention. But after the patents ran out, other brands started to experiment with the concept of a built-in walking foot. And they all have different versions and different ways that they approached it. So I'm going to show you a couple of those today. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is Janome. They came out with AccuFeed, okay, and they had a different version than this. This is AccuFeed Flex. An AccuFeed, it was a little bit bigger and bulkier, okay, and permanently attached. This is the updated version, which everything works with now, okay. But when they came out with theirs, they gave us a differential feed dial on our machine, so we could increase or decrease the amount of pull on the top, so we could ease in or ease out our top layer of fabric. You know, when you're holding that fabric, if you're sewing that long border on, or you're trying to push it in to get it to go a little faster, we can do that with the AccuFeed Flex. On the machine, okay? This one is the twin, and what they did was they gave us removable toe, okay? So we could pop it on, pop it off, and then they gave us different toes. So we got our open toe. They gave us a 1/4 inch toe, so it's got a guide for 1/4 inch walking foot, and finally a stitch in the ditch with the built-in walking foot. Yay! Okay, somebody finally listened. Okay, so but that's a little bigger. So what they did was they gave us a set of teeth that completely matched, like on the old style walking feet, the set of teeth in our feed dogs on the sewing machine. Whereas the IDT is just the center area, okay, coming in and matching up on the center of the foot, okay. But what they found was that can be a bit bulky. So they call this the twin size, double size. They gave us a single size, Okay, much smaller and narrower. Okay, it's got a regular toe, and then it has a zipper foot. Okay, so you can actually put on a zipper with your walking foot. Okay, and that's really handy when you're doing a bulky jacket, when you're putting a zipper in a knit sweater,
Bags.
sleeping bags, bags,
Yeah.
bags. Okay. In the vein of continuing the innovation, Janome then came out with the HP concept to only let their electronic sewing machines at a certain level stitch in one single position, so they could speed up the machine because the machine knew exactly the settings that it was. It wasn't being asked to do a variety of stuff. And so a little while after they did that, they came up with the HP version of the single with a 1/4 inch foot. So you could 1/4 inch piece at high speed. Okay. 1,000 stitches a minute on those machines. Yay! Okay. Baby Lock, for example, decided to go a little bit different. Okay, this is a digital dual feed foot. Okay, and it plugs in. It's got a motor in here, so it's a motorized drive. To me, it always looks like a little upside down conveyor belt. Okay, and it goes down and up. But they too have the standard snap-on toe, and they just snap on nice and simple like that. Okay, and then here, stitch in the ditch and your 1/4 inch feet and open toe for it as well. Okay, are you guys ready to follow? Let's travel, because these feet were made for walking.
Anyone who wants to be a part of the Tom family, you don't have to be crazy. We will train you.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Husqvarna and Pfaff are in the same family. Okay, part of the SVP group. Okay, and so although the IDT is a Pfaff technology, they have recently, because the walking feet built in has started to spread throughout all of the brands, they finally decided, okay, we're going to start letting Husqvarna carry some of them with the IDT, although they call it IDF because everybody has to have a different name for stuff. Okay, but this, where you can see, it just is a set of teeth that come in, lock in, and come out. Okay, so when you're using it, you need to use a foot that has a gap for it in the back. And if you're not using it, you need to make sure you use a solid foot, because if you try and use this foot without having it engaged, there's nothing gripping the fabric in the middle, and your fabric is spinning all over the place. Okay, so now let's show you a little bit of action with the project, not here, but on the AccuFeed. We got Jen set up over here. I'm getting the toes. And just as a side note before I run and do that, personally, using the AccuFeed, okay, I did my brother-in-law's wedding quilt. It was a king-size quilt. Had 5 borders on it, ranging from 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches wide, all mitered in the corners, and all I did for pinning, take into account, king-size quilt, okay, pinned once in the middle, once at each end, and then once in between those two. And I ran up all 5 borders and still mitered perfectly at the end because it works that well. So, gonna grab the feet for Jen.
All right.
Are the toes?
She's on my M17.
Yes, your M17. Thank
Yes.
you.
Just because it's nice and big and nice and bright. Okay, so gonna
So
pop that on there.
I just popped it off. As you can see, that was super simple. I'm just gonna pop it back in here. And there we go. This is your 1/4 inch foot. Now, because I had to make samples at home and my machine does not have the AccuFeed technology, you may notice when I am putting things on that my stitch in the ditch is not as lovely as you will get with using the proper toes. So no comments, people, please. I did my best. So I'm just, one of the nicest uses that you can have for your 1/4 inch is I am going to be putting binding on. And so last night I made 2 quick placemats so that you could see. And we are using fun Christmas thread because why not? where am I? And so, oh, I am so not used to that. I don't have that lovely function. So putting on your binding means that I'm getting my perfect 1/4 inch and I don't have to line it up. It's already lined up. And then when I go to do my flipping at the corners for mitering, I just make sure that there's a nice little marking here that shows the 1/4 inch. So I will and flip, because this is how I was taught, just to go off. Now, had I thought about this beforehand, I would have made my stitch length a little bit bigger, because we are going through a sandwich, and so my stitches wouldn't be this tiny. And don't know about everybody else, but this is how I was taught to flip so that we miter our corners. Oh, so nice. Whoop. Yes, sound effects. I make them at home too, believe it or not. And so, as you can see, you have binding put on with your 1/4 inch so that when you flip it, you have it flipped, and it is beautiful. And then you can do your corners. And if we do what they do on the cooking shows, we already have one that started. Yay!
This was baked at 450 for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, this was made last night at 7:30 when I was told that I would be going on. I'm going, oh! And so for what we're gonna do for putting the binding on the front, for those of you who don't like to hand sew, which is myself, because why would you have bought a sewing machine if you were going to use your hands to sew? That's just me. I believe there's a reason why God invented the sewing machine. And okay. And so for this one, you'll notice that I put it back in the middle position, but because we're sewing on binding and we want to make sure that the needle is a little bit over, we are going to move the needle a little bit to the right. Yes, that is my right, left, right. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna move it over just a little bit. And I will take, oh, a little bit more. Oh, I gotta keep going. Now we're good, okay. See, this is the first time that I've actually gotten to use these feet. So I'm getting coached in the background here, though you may not see or hear it.
On these feet in this machine.
On these feet and this machine. Actually, I don't even have the ability to do this on my home machine, so I am very thankful that I might just come in and do all my bindings at work now. So, as you can see,
But it just shows you how easy they are to use.
How
That
easy
it's
it
not
is
like
to
you need a
use.
huge,
Oh.
long lessons.
and of course,
You run out of.
I'm just gonna put I'm having really tiny stitches right now. And it's going right, oop. I love these clips. But of course you have to keep removing them.
Easier than removing needles.
Easier than removing needles, yes. These are why this is one of our favorite things. Oop. Just gonna move that because it hit my binding there for a little bit. There we go. Whoop. And then you can just turn your corner. Oh.
All right.
So there we have it. This is my first time using this, guys. So it is pretty simple. It is, and you can see over here when I did it properly. It goes right along the edge. Right along the edge. If you think that that's too close and you want to give yourself a little bit more room, you can move your needle over to the right a little bit more. Or you can push it up.
I want that right there.
You kind of want it right there, but you can see as I am getting used to using it, I did go off. So I am going to need to redo it here, but that's okay. And you can also see, because I don't have a stitch in the ditch foot at home, my quilting is not quite in the ditch as I would have liked it, because I had to eyeball this. But with the stitch in the ditch foot, I am definitely going along because these guides are amazing.
Yes. Makes it easier for sewing a straight line at speeds.
And I'm usually I have it turned all the way up and I'm a pedal to the metal. So the fact that I can go this quickly on binding is amazing.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, Jen.
You're
That looks so good. So we're gonna go wander back.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. And so you guys can see, unless you guys want to see all the cool machines.
Yeah, we got a few.
And the fabric. Here you go. Of the machines in the store. And then that. So I should check with Carrie. I'm sure we've got more stuff coming in here soon. All right. So those is kind of the AccuFeed across the board with the
differences,
details.
how we moved forward.
Yeah, in a nutshell. But yeah, I really do like, I mean, if you've seen how fast she was going, it really is. It's very simple to use. Like, she doesn't have that system at home, so the only time she gets to work on it is when was in the store. And so, yeah, she's done it, this or, she's learned to practice it. But when you're doing it the regular way, you're used to fighting it a certain way. And when you've got that AccuFeed, fighting it that way is, you don't need to. And so that's kind of, when she went off, it's because she's used to fighting it and just let it go.
Yeah,
it's
would
in
take
control.
A while. Like, it would take you, a little bit, a few minutes to get accustomed to it. But every time there's an innovation of this sort, that it makes it just that much more enjoyable to do what we do. And I don't know about you, but man, I like some of those things. So you know what?
Well, some of us do have a couple of those things, and we're going. We're still learning
it. Yes.
Learning it. And then that. So it's.
Yeah. Well, and I have the 7700, and it's the AccuFeed. I love it. I love the AccuFeed foot. Yeah. It just. I don't know. I have a hard time taking it off to just when I'm doing regular. It's like I'm attached to it. I think that's
there
sad.
You go.
That's very sad, but it's also very true.
All right.
Okay.
So I think that's for this week.
That is it, and I hope to see you either here on Saturday or in. Well, we won't see us, but
Chilliwack.
Yeah, you can see the folk,
go out,
your folk and country folk.
I think Tom and Carrie are out there on Friday.
That's right. Yep.
And Rinda and
I'm not sure who'll be there, but I'm sure there'll be a host of folks there that. If that's where you shop, go hang out at Country Folk for the day, and if you're in this area, come and see us, because we'll be here.
And you know what? There's nothing stopping you from attending both.
This is true.
There you go. Because there's some classes here that we have here.
There's different ones there.
Yeah, different ones. So, you just can't get enough of us.
That's why some of us hang out here every day.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
All right, so you guys have a really good week. If you haven't gotten on your Christmas shopping,
we'll get on that.
Yeah, we can help you out here.
Yeah,
we got
absolutely.
some ideas.
Yes, we do.
Go out and enjoy the sun today, because I hear it's supposed to rain again here soon.
Well, it is the lower mainland. It is going to rain. And it's way better than what the rest of the country's been getting in this past little week. Like,
that's
seriously.
True.
So, okay.
Come see us this weekend and avoid the downtown core.
There you go. Yeah, come
Taylor
see
Swift's
us.
this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to go in unless you're going to the concert. Stay away.
Stay away. Yes, yeah. Okay, so it ain't country, so it goes without saying I'm not there. So
All right.
okay,
Have a great day. We'll talk to you
bye.
guys later. Bye.
Okay, bye.